In this week's video, I wanted to give you a peek into what's in my everyday carry bag. I use the Peak Design 6-liter sling bag. This is my go-to bag for photo walks around the city. I love the 6-liter sling as opposed to the 3-liter or the 10-liter because I find it's the perfect mix of being lightweight and small while still being able to carry all my things I need without feeling my gear is being cramped or squished or anything like that. Let's start with the main compartment of the bag right here. I have it separated as such with the Peak Design dividers that they provide you placed right here. In this big section right here, I usually have my camera with me. Attached on it, a prime lens, usually a 55mm or so. This is my favorite lens for street photography, as I explained in my 50mm street photography video. In this other section right here, I usually have a prime lens that complements whatever prime lens I have on this camera. So this being a 55mm, in this case, I have a 35mm right here. And in other cases, I'll have my 24mm lens, which I have right here recording this video. If I have my 24mm or 35mm lens on my camera, then in my little compartment right here, I'll usually bring my 55mm or my 85mm, just whatever complements the lens that I have on my camera. There are also times where I'll just bring my camera and one prime lens attached to it, and that's it. It just depends. With this Peak Design divider right here, you can actually move this little slit right here and make another section, which I love. This spot right here, I like to put my everyday carry, such as my wallet, AirPods, chapstick, and etc. In this upper pocket right here, I carry 2 camera batteries, as you can see right here. You never know when you might need an extra battery, so I always try to have one just in case. And I guess, in my case, I have 2. And in this pocket right here in the main compartment, this kind of little secret pocket that I like to call it, I like to keep some of the tools for my Peak Design camera plate, just in case I ever want to take it off for, whatever reason, with this tool right here, And I also like to bring a microfiber cloth for whenever I need to clean my camera or lens on the fly. You never know when, something will get on your camera and you just need it cleaned. For me, it just kind of annoys me whenever I have something on my camera and I can't get it off. Peak Design says that you're able to carry an iPad in this pocket right here, but for me, I just find it way too small to fit mine, especially with the smart keyboard and the pencil attached to it, which is what I need to bring if I ever go somewhere to work, such as like a coffee shop or something like that. So I don't really find it useful for that. Last but not least, we have this outer pocket right here. You can see in the front of the bag. I like to keep my external battery in this pocket, as you will never know when you'll need to charge your phone. As such, this becomes important, especially when traveling to somewhere new. You definitely don't want to be lost without any directions. Also for me, I can't live without music, so that makes having a phone that much more important. There are days though, where I might need to bring a bit more, such as my tripod, filters, and etc. For those days, I opt to bring my Peak Design travel backpack. I love the travel backpack as it can double as a carry-on for when I travel from country to country or city to city and so on, and as an everyday carry. The 45-liter travel backpack is a bit bulky for an everyday carry in my opinion, but if you compress it down to the 30-liter size, as I explained in my Peak Design travel backpack comparison video, it's doable. It stands out just a little bit in my opinion, but it's doable and it works. However, the 30-liter travel backpack is the perfect size for an everyday backpack in my opinion, which I loved using during my travels in Korea and Japan. Here's how I pack my backpack for everyday usage. So with my travel backpack here, this is the 30-liter travel backpack, but this also works with the 45-liter backpack, since it's kind of the same composition on the interior. If you want to check the similarities between the 45-liter backpack and the 30-liter backpack, you can check out my Peak Design 45-liter versus 30-liter backpack video. So for this backpack, whenever I go out for a photo walk to take pictures, I usually have it set up like this. I'll bring my sling. I usually have this bag kind of set up as such, as it fits pretty much perfectly right here. If you ever find your sling is too wide, you can always flip it horizontally like this. And this section right here is where I'd put my tripod. I can't actually demonstrate it right now because I'm using my tripod to shoot this video, but I have another video in my first nomadic travels video. So you can check that out and see how I kind of section that off right here. But I usually have my tripod right here as such. And in this section right here, I can either put my filter right here or like another lens right here. The lens is a little unprotected, but as long as you don't fall on anything like that, you should be fine. So that is how I set up my everyday backpack. I don't want it to be too much heavier than the Peak Design sling, as that destroys the whole purpose of packing light. So I really only need a couple of add-on additions to this Peak Design sling bag right here, which is the tripod right here and a filter or an extra lens. Nothing too drastic, Overall, the Peak Design 6-liter everyday sling bag is the perfect size for carrying my camera and essentials. It's compact and easy to carry around, but also has enough room to hold everything I need for a day out shooting. In relation to that, the Peak Design Travel Backpack is perfect for everyday carry when you need to hold a bit more. I never feel like I need any other bag besides the sling or the travel backpack for the gear that I own and use. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave me a message down below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Later.